How did consumer culture shape 1950s nostalgia? If you're curious about how consumer culture influenced the nostalgia of the 1950s, let's take a step back into that vibrant era. The 1950s were a time of great change and growth in the United States, and consumer culture played a significant role in shaping the decade's identity. After World War II, the U.S. economy was booming, and people had more money to spend than ever before. This led to a surge in consumer spending, driven by the idea of the American dream. Families aspired to own single-family homes in the suburbs, complete with the latest appliances and gadgets. Items like dishwashers, washing machines, and televisions became staples of American life, symbolizing a modern and convenient lifestyle. Advertising on television was a key driver of this consumer culture. TV shows and commercials promoted the latest products, often using animated mascots and celebrity endorsements to make these goods appealing. Programs like Leave It to Beaver and The Honeymooners portrayed idealized American families, further reinforcing the desire for these consumer goods. The automobile industry also saw significant growth, with the number of cars on American roads doubling from 1945 to 1955. Cars were not just a mode of transportation, but also status symbols with distinctive models and flashy designs like tail fins and chrome trim. This culture of consumerism centered around the automobile led to the construction of over 61,000 motels and the rise of drive-in movie theaters and car hop restaurants. Teenagers, in particular, were influential in shaping consumer culture. They spent millions of dollars on the latest trends, from clothes and makeup to music and gadgets. The rise of rock and roll, led by performers like Fats Domino and Elvis Presley, further fueled this consumer frenzy, with teenagers buying 45 RPM records and attending concerts and drive-in movies. The concept of planned obsolescence also became prevalent, where goods were designed to be less durable and need regular replacement. This strategy kept the cycle of consumption going, as people constantly needed to buy new products. Credit cards, introduced in the late 1950s, made it easier for people to spend beyond their immediate means, further fueling consumerism. In addition, the rise of suburban living and the growth of the middle class meant that more people had the income and desire to invest in their homes and families. Products like Tupperware, which helped housewives maintain freshness and cleanliness in food storage, became popular. Tupperware parties, where women could buy these products and earn rewards, were a common social activity. All these elements combined to create a distinct consumer culture that is still nostalgic today. The 1950s were marked by a sense of optimism and prosperity, with consumer goods symbolizing a better life. This nostalgia is often remembered through the iconic products, TV shows, and music of the era, which continue to evoke a sense of simplicity and joy. So when we look back at the 1950s, we see a decade where consumer culture was not just about buying goods, but about building a lifestyle and an identity. It was a time when the latest products and trends were seen as key to achieving the American dream, and this legacy continues to influence our perceptions of that era.